10 minutes later, they called me back over again and said, "Is our food ready yet?" I know, I hate them too. Let's just discuss that. When you order food, it will come when it's ready. We are not prepping the food and then placing it on a shelf, just waiting until a customer asks for it a second or third time. When it's ready, it will come. Trust us. So I told them, well, I guess it's not ready because if it was, it would be here. So eventually, I gave them their check, and as I was standing at another table, I saw them putting money on their table, and I knew what to expect. Exact change, no tip. So as soon as I had a chance, I walked over to the table to count the money, and to my surprise, there was a tip. It was a penny. And it was in the bottom of a glass. I fished that penny out. I scanned the restaurant, and I saw that they were already gone, so I ran down to 49th Street. I knew I had to either go left or right. I chose right, so I'm running east towards 6th Avenue. I'm elbowing tourists out of the way. I finally saw head cheap secretary bitch, and I tapped her on the shoulder, and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you left something on your table." And she said, "I did? What?" And I said, "This." And I flicked the penny out. I saw that penny in slow motion, twirling through the air. It twirled, and it twirled, and then it hit her left saggy tit. And it bounced to the ground. I spun around and I went right back to the restaurant, and I could feel her hot honey mustard breath on the back of my neck. And I knew I was gonna get in trouble. And I did. I got written up and suspended for 3 days, which gave me Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off. So, woo! But I learned something that day. I have matured enough to know that that was inappropriate behavior. I threw a penny at a customer. I would never do that now. A roll of pennies or a bag of quarters, so it could really be worth my while, but a penny? And the worst part was, that was my tip. Yes, it was a shitty little tip, but it was still my tip, and I just left it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. I can only hope that whoever found it made a wish on that penny, because that's what I do when I find a penny on the ground. And I always wish for the same thing. This bitchy waiter wishes for great success. I'm gonna keep wishing, because you never know what a penny can do for you. I had a penny in my pocket, and not another time. That penny in my pocket had grown into a dime, and in a little longer, a quarter jingled out. I put the quarter in a teapot, and I waited till the teapot had $1 in its spout. I put the $1 in my mattress and had some pleasant dreams, till suddenly my mattress was bursting at the seams. And that's how I acquired the wealth I now possess. And in my pocket was that penny, yes, that shiny little penny is my success. I had a penny in my pocket, and not another sou. And with my only shirt tail, I shined a rich man's shoe. He threw me down a nickel, admiring my skill. I gave the nickel to a blind man, and the blind man left me all his meager savings in his will. I bought myself a wagon and started hauling ice. I cut the ice to ice cubes and got a higher price. I crushed the cubes to ices for still a higher fee. A big tycoon said, very enterprising in your organizing, son, you must come work for me. Okay. En route to work next morning, I helped a lady cross. The lady was, you guessed it, she was the mother of the boss. The boss said, you're promoted. What? I need you at my side. And then I met the boss's daughter, and I wed the boss's daughter, and quite suddenly she died. I bought myself a scratch-off and hoped to win for life. I scratched off all my numbers while grieving for my wife. I won $1 million, and proudly I confess that in my pocket was that penny, yes, his shiny little penny.